Alrighty, everyone. Podcast has started. Yeah. I'm the host. Why you watching this? Here we are on Why You Hearing This Podcast. Today we have a single guest, but a very special one. He hasn't been on the podcast for quite a while.
Only for a little bit, but yeah, I'm Omar.
Yeah, we have Omar here. So Omar, are you excited to be on the podcast again?
Yeah, super excited.
Oh man, everyone missed you.
Oh yeah.
As in no one missed you because they didn't notice. Anyways. So we're gonna be talking about stuff relating to gaming from for the past 2 weeks, and we're gonna start in chronological order from oldest to newest news.
Alrighty.
So you ready, Omar?
Yep.
All right. So the first gaming topic we're gonna talk about is that Wreck-It Ralph 2 is in the works now. So that's been confirmed after it's done well on Wreck-It Ralph 1. So I liked Wreck-It Ralph.
It was a nice movie. It had played like a lot of homages to like the older stuff. Like I remember I saw Q*bert in there, which was like really funny because that was like one of the very first video games I've played.
Yeah, but I think I remember from the movie, it was sort of like, with the exception of maybe like Q*bert, Q*bert is kind of the exception to that rule because he kind of actually had a character in that movie.
Yeah.
But everyone else, like Sonic and like they didn't really need
just
M. Bison or Bowser in there.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, hey, here's our cameo, goodbye.
Yeah, that was kind of depressing. Also, we only really explored like, I'm gonna say we explored 3 worlds, but really it kind of really focused on Sugar Rush, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad in my. It was a good movie all around, but
yeah, I really like that. What's it called? Remember that area where Wreck-It Ralph first went in, and you saw all those bugs and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a really cool area. I liked. I thought they were actually gonna like go further into it, but it was like run and gun. It was like run and done. I mean.
Yeah. I guess. If I had any problems with the first movie was the fact that they didn't really utilize his gaming cameos and really it's not that they did bad on trying to develop this like sort of gaming central. I just wish they didn't focus on just the Sugar Rush level, right?
Yeah, I guess it was just like to appeal to both the younger audience and both their parents. So it's not like, oh, it's all about guns and shooting and whatever. It's more like it's something the whole family can enjoy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it would have been really awesome if, like, I mean, spoiler alert, but at the end of Wreck-It Ralph, you see, like, the main villain, who's, like, the mayor, who transforms into this giant monster.
But that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. But I don't know. I kind of imagine if it was, like, a climax, they should have just done it so that you fight through, like, arcade machines and stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, go from arcade machine to another arcade machine.
Yeah.
Like, play however they would play.
Dude, it would have been so cool to like see like them go through like a Sonic arcade machine. Maybe. That would have been awesome.
And then all you see is like a shadow going, I never wanted this, I'm too edgy for this, blah blah blah, and Sonic is saying, you're too slow.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess maybe if I wanted, I guess really the topic is like, what video game are they going to use, and are they going to use it actually into the story, or is it just going to be like a cameo? Right?
Yeah.
So,
I hope they actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple, like there was Dr. Robotnik, there was Pac-Man, Bowser. This is like, I don't know. I kind of do wonder what kind of characters, because arcades are pretty much dead now. So I mean, to be totally honest, a lot of arcade machines are gonna be dominated by like Sega because those are.
There's like absolutely none left in Toronto other than like ANC games.
Oh shit! You know what? Because they have Pokken Tournament right now, they can be Pokemon.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Oh, you know. I know there's M. Bison, but I would really like to see Scorpion.
Oh, that'd be actually kind of cool.
I would just. He just has to be like there.
Yeah, but like, it'd be kind of weird. Just like, how would they show him without people going, "Oh, that's the guy that blew everybody up"? Like, so the parents don't go like, "Oh, I seen my older son play that guy." kills people with like a spear and stuff.
I don't know. In terms of just like, I guess Dr. Mario could also... Dr. Mario had an arcade, right?
Yeah.
And I think Little Mac could be in there because he's Punch-Out.
Yeah. If they do bring in Scorpion, they could do something like they did with Satan, where he was all like, it's actually Satine and everything like that. Dude, just make him like really feminine.
I just need a scene where like I don't know, like imagine Gaming Central just gets like flooded with like lava or something, right? And Scorpion's just standing there like in a skeleton afterwards. just doesn't give a shit what's going on right now.
Or like, you know how you when he does the spear attack, he always says, "Get over here." He could do something like when they're in that hero thing where he's like, "It's okay to be a villain. I'm a villain." Blah blah blah. That thing.
Yeah.
He could be comforting one of the other villains by saying, "Get over here," and putting like an arm over his shoulder and everything.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. What would be the villain this time? Who would be the villain this time? I think maybe they'll go with I think they might go with like a Toy Story kind of route where it was sort of a newer version is coming in. Like a newer arcade machine, and basically Wreck-It Ralph's... No, the Sugar Rush arcade machine is like being obsolete because there's a new racing game. Yeah?
But then the racing game is full of... No, not a racing game. What if they go like... What if the kids are going older and instead of playing like racing games anymore, they're all about like, oh, let's go play some FPS shooters or something like that, and they're getting like more of that, and then people are just like, we want to play too.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Here's my okay. I thought of a plot. All right. So here it is. Right. So the arcade is still going, right? But it has a lot of old like arcade machines, so he obviously has to replace them at some point. So he gets in these new arcade machines. They start getting really popular, and then he realizes. And then maybe the arcade manager is like, all right, I should start replacing these like old ones with the newer models or something like that. This creates like a revolt against the new and old arcade machines.
And then there's a huge war.
Yes, so there's no central villain. It's more of like a war going on between the arcade machines.
That's just kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good story.
What if they just do like everybody just becomes DLC now? And the main villain is EA.
Wow. All right. EA, and that I don't think EA has an arcade machine. Do they?
They think they did only like a few. Maybe just like they helped it bring out into the arcade thing, but like I'm probably wrong on that.
Oh shit! What was that? What was that game? It was like Time. Was it? Time Scott? What was it? It was an arcade machine with Time in it. In his name.
Time Cop?
No.
Oh, EA did make some arcade machines, but they're like the sport ones, like Madden and NASCAR and stuff.
Time Crisis! That's the game! Oh!
Oh, yeah. That's the one where like you could hide behind things by pushing down
Dude, that was the best arcade machine!
Remember they used to have that at Colossus?
Yeah, wait, who owns Time Crisis?
Let me check.
Namco.
Okay.
Namco, and the old pack. Dude, this is perfect. Bring in Time Crisis. It's awesome.
Like Wreck-It Ralph has his own like Time Crisis scene where he's like hiding behind cover and then just like shooting over and everything. That'd be actually kind of cool.
Like Time Crisis is like they basically made that genre of like shooting in the arcade. So like I would just watch the movie alone if they told me the Time Crisis in the movie.
What if they got like, what if they made their own arcade version of Splatoon, but this time it wasn't called Splatoon? Just like as a cameo, since since they're gonna be coming out like next year, maybe next year or like 2017 or something, like something like that.
I doubt they're gonna bring like Splatoon or anything. Like I think for Wreck-It Ralph, because of the story, it should stick strictly to any arcade machine.
Yeah, I get you.
Right? Like they shouldn't be like, oh, this game. Like imagine like a Call of Duty like arcade machine just pops up or something like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sure, but what if they get like one of the Transformers arcade machines?
Also, Tetris could. I could also mention Tetris
Not a
actually.
Tetris cameo.
Yeah, Tetris would work and everything. They already have Pac-Man, but he wasn't really that great.
Pac-Man was kind of weird, wasn't he? Like, he was a weird character.
I don't know. It was more of the ghosts because he was like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one, which is Tekken X Street Fighter.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh,
So about 5 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con, they announced Tekken X Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
It apparently is still in development.
I thought it was like almost done.
Yeah, it's still in development. Apparently, it's gonna come out but the creator of Tekken is also still working on Tekken 7, Pokken tournament, and apparently a game for Project Treasure and a PS4 virtual reality title called Summer Lesson.
I saw that one. That was really cool.
Yeah, so okay, if I remember correctly, Street Fighter X Tekken didn't get received well. As in, not...
It wasn't that... Like, I played it, and I didn't really like it that much, but, like, as, like, a party game, it was fine, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, like, from what I heard, it was, like, people from Tekken couldn't get into the combat, and then people from Street Fighter felt like it was a lesser version.
It was a lesser version. Like, yeah. I didn't like it one bit.
Yeah. So... I don't know. Do you think Tekken X Street Fighter is gonna be good?
I have no idea, honestly, because, like, I have one friend, like, he loves Tekken X Street Fighter, like, with a burning passion. And I'm like, seriously? And he's like, yeah, I love it so much. Like, it's fun.
No, he played Street Fighter X Tekken. This is Tekken X Street Fighter.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's, okay, a different one then.
Yeah. Look, because Tekken X Street Fighter is the Tekken game, but has the Street Fighter characters, and Street Fighter X Tekken is the Street Fighter game, but has the Tekken characters.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I know which one you mean.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how well this is going to get received now, because, well, I don't think people are going to expect too much great things, right? Unless, we have to get some news about this before we can make, like, any critical judgments about it, but, like... All we know now that it's in development. I'm not excited about this as much because we already have a Street Fighter X Tekken game that's already came out.
It's alright. That one's alright.
Yeah, I'm more excited about Tekken 7 than anything. Hell, yeah. I'm more excited about Pokken Tekken because I'm a Pokemon fan.
That's true.
Yeah.
You get to play like Omega Blaziken just doing blaze kicks all over the place.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean...
I hope it's fast. Like, I saw some Street Fighter 5, like, gameplay, and it was like, it used to be super slow, but now it's like super fast, and like, I hope this one's fast too.
Yeah. Alright.
Is there actually any like video or anything?
You'll probably find some videos somewhere about it, but I'm not gonna look it up really.
Alright.
He basically announced this information that's still in development in a Famitsu article.
Oh, okay, so that's just about it?
Yeah, that's all we know is they picked the roster, so the whole roster is set. They're in development.
Oh, there's like nothing. There's like a... What's this one? This is Comic-Con 2014. Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah. Alright, but yeah, that's all I know, that's all I can really say about it. Do you have anything more to say about it?
I hope it's fast and it's not bad.
Good words, good words. Moving on. Angry Bird 2 has been announced with the release date revealed. July 30th.
Another phone game from them?
Yep, another phone game. So after 15 games and 3 billion downloads, apparently, we're getting a sequel to Angry Birds, an official sequel.
Yep.
Are you excited?
Nope. I remember when it first came out on the iOS and Play Store, and it was free for like such a long time. And I tried it out. I was like, I have to give this a chance because everybody's saying it's great. And I played a few levels. And remember that one time we played during tech class?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so like...
I did not like it one bit. Like, I don't know, like, I guess it's a great way to teach kids about whatever Mr. Santos told us.
Yeah,
But
okay. I mean, I don't know.
I
No,
just
screw
couldn't.
screw. No one really cares. All right, so I had this teacher, Mr. Sandals. All right, and basically during tech class, he had this like mini iPad. I think it was an iPad.
Yeah, it was just a regular iPad.
Yeah, he set up his iPad with Angry Birds, and he was showing us. He was basically talking about like construction and building stuff. Blah, blah, blah,
Structures
blah.
and stuff.
Structures and stuff. Blah, 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 blah. I remember like everybody couldn't beat his high score, or some people didn't even manage to knock down like get all the pigs. Me, one shot, destroyed it. Just destroyed the scores.
I was almost there. I had like 2 or 3 shots in.
No, yeah, but you didn't one shot it like me.
Hey,
Omar.
I got some good hits in there, right?
I'm the structure master. I'm the Angry Birds guy. I know that game inside and out. This is why I never completed it on my phone in the first place.
All through grade 9, Woozle would walk around school wearing an Angry Birds hat, jacket, shirt, pants, sneakers, socks, backpack. The whole Angry Bird get.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they could do anymore in Angry Birds. I mean, they already have so many different versions.
What if it's like this time the birds get kidnapped and then the eggs have to shoot themselves?
Yeah. Anyways, it's coming July 30th. I mean, okay, first of all, Angry Birds now is not as popular as it was before. If any, even Candy Crush is like going down.
Not as fast, but still slowly.
Yeah, it's going down, and that's just it. Like the fame and popularity of Angry Birds is just slowly dissipating. I don't know if Angry Birds 2 is gonna revitalize that. Probably not. I don't think so.
But they've already reached like a pretty high point. Like they have their own show, their own movie.
Yeah, they're getting a movie, which is pretty damn like huge, especially since it's starring Peter Dinklage.
Seriously?
Yes, it's starring the Game of Thrones Peter Dinklage.
Oh wow, is he playing one of the birds?
I guess so, if he's starring it.
Live action, Peter Dinklage playing all the birds, and the best part, he plays that fat blue bird.
What fat blue bird?
Isn't there like a fat blue bird that drops like an egg bomb?
That's just the white bird.
Oh, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
It's just the white bird, and there's the small little birds that split into 3.
Oh, apparently he plays a bird named Mighty Eagle.
Oh, the Mighty Eagle, yes. That one is yeah.
That looks like kind of looks like a toucan.
Dude, I feel like an idiot now for being hyped about it. Because when like, okay, so when you were at my age, you know, you millennial kids, you don't know about this, you know, but 90s kids, we know. We had those flip phones, so when the iPhones came out, you're like, wow, what you can do on it? Apparently you can download this fancy game called Angry Birds, and everyone was astonished that you can play games on phones now.
I didn't play games on phones up until like, I don't know, up until the one before that skinny iPod came out. What's it called? The third or fourth gen iPods when I started playing games on my phone.
I don't know. I don't really give a shit about Apple.
It was the first thing I had.
Yeah, well, I don't know. As a kid, I was sort of like I mean, around that time when like Angry Birds was like getting really popular, like when we started seeing it,
Yeah.
I was just still shocked and awed. Just like if you were sitting on a bus or just being in like a public setting, there's a guy or girl like on a phone playing Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like it would just amaze me at the time that you can just play games on the phone without having to like take out a DS or something.
I remember this one time I saw a guy playing Angry Birds on his phone. I think it was Angry Birds. It was some game on his phone. And I was like, in my head I was like, oh man, this guy's such a nerd. And I just pull out a PSP from my backpack and I just started playing on the PSP.
Dude. Okay. To be totally serious here now, right?
Yeah.
If I had to really think about it, I don't think it makes sense to do Angry Birds 2.
Yeah, just keep on doing spin-offs. Spin-offs and those animated shows and movies and
Like,
apparently Lego sets is the best way to go for you guys.
yeah,
That's what I say.
honestly, Angry Birds 2 sounds like a bad. Maybe okay. Here's why I think it's a bad idea, right? Just from a game standpoint, right?
Yeah.
They pretty much depleted. I feel like they pretty much done everything they could in the core Angry Birds game. I mean, they already had so many season like DLC things and like
Yeah.
of digital map. I feel like they've done it. So it would make sense to do spin-offs, and even that, like when they do a spin-off, they do add something new to the game. So Star Wars, there's new stuff there's like new power-ups. I think the best one was probably like Angry Birds Space when gravity took a factor in the game.
That's the one where they had like gravity set up.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like you should do another spin-off, have a theme based around, and then like have power-ups, and then make it like this new kind of Angry Birds game. But like
A racer.
I guess the best thing I can see from Angry Birds 2 is like I know if you're not like into gaming, right? Like if you're just like that guy who doesn't really follow gaming news and you
Casual
like
game, yes.
yeah, like I just want to download a game on my phone and play it for a while, and you already beat Angry Birds, you can be like, Angry Birds 2, I'll play some of that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe he'll skip over the bunch of other spin-off for Angry Birds.
They should make an Angry Birds spin-off of Angry Birds.
Yeah.
So for Angry Birds 2, there'll be like a classic edition spin-off that they can like buy with like money or...
Yeah. I just don't get it. Like why also I don't get why you would make Angry Birds on consoles.
I don't know, man.
Who plays it on consoles? I know I know some people who play it on consoles because of achievements reasons.
Yeah,
just for it's easy achievements, but like really,
I don't know.
I also facepalm with the fact that there's an Angry Birds trilogy game on the Wii U.
Yeah.
The hell.
Yo, they should just make an Angry Birds racing game. Use all the power-ups, and then like there.
Okay. But yeah,
it's basically like Mario Kart, but with Angry Birds. There.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think they depleted the idea of like Angry Birds already. I mean, if they're going for a sequel, this probably is their last game, unless they actually no, they're gonna do a tie-in with some stupid thing maybe if this gets popular.
Watch there like a Game of Thrones version.
Like there's probably gonna be a Marvel Angry Birds. I feel like.
I bet they were gonna make a Marvel one. Like sooner or later, they just need the rights.
Hell, I can't even believe like it's another spin-off's gonna come out anyway. So I don't know if it's your time. I don't know. Personally, the amount of games that are coming out, I don't feel like spending my time on Angry Birds, especially since there's much better games you can be playing on your phone.
Yeah.
But.
Like Super Hexagon.
Yeah.
Super
Hexagon's good. Yeah.
Shout out to Super Hexagon. Go get it. It's 10 out of 10. I love it.
And I'm not endorsing this. No one might tell you to do this, but I know there's these bad people out there who get DS and PSP emulators on their phone and they play games. Those criminals, those evildoers.
Yeah,
why would you do that? I surely don't do those things. I would never tell anybody to do those things.
All my PS2 and PSP games are all bought legit.
Yep.
But you know, there might be some sites, nudge nudge, wink wink, that might tell you how to get it.
Yeah, there must be some bastard out there who's low enough to do those things.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta move on, so I guess the next thing is I did not know EA Sports just does this, but apparently they've been making football games and not actually getting permission to use football player like characters.
Seriously?
So, yeah, okay. So EA Sports got sued for $60 million.
That's barely anything compared to
Yeah, it's barely anything, but it's really $60 million because they had to pay each player who like for the likeness they used in their games.
Yeah.
Because they didn't get permission first. They just made the game.
Well, apparently, I'm just reading through this article right now. The attorney said that the maximum players can receive from the settlement is around $7,200.
Yeah.
they make that in like in like the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand though. Like, why would from a business standpoint, why would you not ask to use the likenesses?
Are they really that cheap that they wouldn't just say like, hey guys, we're gonna use your licenses, just give us permission and then good to go. If not, we'll just make fake versions.
Like even that, but just make a contract with like the football league. Like what's so hard about that?
If they were going to make like spin-offs, why didn't they just do what they did for that Bad Boys video game? They didn't use Will Smith's likeness. They made some guy that looked like him, but wasn't him.
Yeah, I don't know. I just found it kind of amusing how stupid this is.
It's just like apparently they even declined to comment.
Yeah, well,
GG.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like because there's 20,000 claims, not all of them can be like disputed or like be trialed. So yeah. I guess what's happening now is because there's a 30-day window to appeal, right? They can't make the appeal, so they're just paying the fines in order to get it over with. Yeah. Otherwise, they have to deal with 20,000 individual football players.
Yeah, even then, I wish they like gave them a little bit more than just $7,200. Like, you're stealing their face and making a profit off it.
Yeah.
And like these games make like millions of dollars because like all those like sports fans who play video games, they buy them like straight up like the minute it comes out. Our friend Thanusin buys like FIFA every time the game comes out, no matter how similar it is.
Yeah. Look, here's the thing. If this was just like one game, I could be like, okay, EA, you just messed up or something, right?
But this is like a whole trilogy of games.
It's 10 years.
Exactly.
They've been doing this for 10 years.
Well, actually, I think it's been going on for like 20 maybe, because there's like, Well,
I mean, okay, it could be further, but however, they're only being fined from games between 2003 and 2013.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, those are the games that have took likenesses, and that's what they're paying for.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, yeah.
Give them more money, because, like, you guys stole their face and made a huge profit off it within those 10 years.
Just sign a contract with them, man. Just, like, talk with them. Like, yo.
Yeah, it's like, hey, guys, we're going to
You don't necessarily need to talk to each individual player. Just talk with the football league.
Or just, like, the team, like, what's it called, the coach. And just say, hey, is it cool if you use your player's face in it?
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, so coming up next is Street Fighter V news.
Yay!
Alright, so this one surprised me the most. So, Street Fighter V gameplay DLC will be free.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, all gameplay DLC is free. So your characters that you're gonna buy, any like new modes they're gonna add, you can get for free.
That's good.
Cosmetics and everything else, you have to actually buy.
That's perfectly fine with me. I'm perfectly fine with paying for cosmetics as long as gameplay stuff is like added for free during the time. Like, I don't want to pay for like, let's say they added like arcade mode. You have to pay us like $20 for arcade mode, guys. But like cosmetics, perfectly fine.
Yeah. Okay, so what's surprising the most? Okay, first of all, this is a new route Street Fighter is taking, which I like.
Yeah.
Also, from what they're saying is they're releasing each individual character's day by day, kind of like maybe like a monthly release or something like that to keep the game fresh and competitive.
Yeah.
Is what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
So it's not like in a package. So you won't. And from what they're saying, it sounds like they're not gonna do like Ultra Street Fighter V or Ultra Omega Street Fighter V or anything like that.
So or Ultra Alpha Omega.
Yes, so you're not going to get a new version of Street Fighter V. It sounds like the game itself is just Street Fighter V, but there's just going to be a shit ton of DLC.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering how you can get the games for free in Street Fighter V, what you have, there is in-game currency, which you can use to buy the DLC. So you just have to play the game a lot.
Oh, okay. So like in Tekken, like I remember on the PSP version, I don't know if they did this on the other ones because I didn't play Tekken that much. But you could get in-game currency, which you could buy aesthetics with it. So, like, you could buy, like, costumes and stuff. So, like, I remember there's this one guy in Tekken, I versed him. He he had like a giant black dildo on him, like a Native American hat, and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like that, but this time just for like game modes.
Yeah. So
Alright.
yeah, so it's in-game currency. Only thing we have to wonder now is the in-game currency that you can get through the DLC even feasible, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it something like, oh, we're gonna release this DLC in a year, so you better start playing to get those, like, currency to get it? Or is it, like, probably, like, I would say what it should be is, like, play 1 week of Street Fighter V to get a character.
Yeah. If anything, just, like, make it so, like, you know how, like, Mortal Kombat, if you get, like, if you do certain things, you get, like, coins that you could buy stuff with?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's something like that, like, say you end off the match with a perfect. You get like 100 Street Fighter coins.
Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine that's how it's gonna be, right? Like the currency, like you're in. I think it's in all like I played Street Fighter games where it does actually have in-game currency. So, what they probably do stuff is like, what is your like in Street Fighter 4 they had like the technique skill and defense skill. Yeah, they're probably gonna grade you on that, and then stuff like combo and like perfect finishes and ultra finishes and super combo finishes.
Apparently, like they made like those moves a lot more lenient by adding like a few more frame buffers.
Yeah.
So like instead of like frame buffers are like when you do a move and then like it's like when you're doing like a string of moves, it's gonna be like a lot more lenient than like how it was before, like you have to do it like almost perfect.
All I'm saying, man, is like those. I don't know, just character models are to me a little weird.
I don't know. I kind of like them.
I don't know, kind of like Chun-Li's is definitely weird, and Ken is just I don't know. I don't know about Ken anymore.
Did you see Cammy's stage?
I've seen Cammy.
You have to see her stages, man.
Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe it's from a guy's perspective, right? But I've just noticed that both Chun-Li's and Cammy's boobs have been enlarged.
Yeah.
And their legs are like, damn, they're just huge now.
I guess just to like appeal more people. It's like, hey. Yeah. You remember Chun-Li before? Yeah. Well, look at her now.
Also, I'm glad they put in Ryu and Ken not because they have to or anything. I'm just saying because last time they announced Street Fighter 4 and they said they're not going to put Ryu and Ken, they got so much backlash that it was unbelievable that they were forced to put in Ryu and Ken.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're just going in off the bat like, yeah, they're going to come back. They're going to be here. We realized we're never going to get rid of these characters.
I know, but like the three staple characters like Chun-Li, Ryu, Ken. Like most of the time when people say Street Fighter, they know those
I don't think Ken so much. I think more M. Bison.
Yeah, okay. But like, if you like talk to a person who at least played it like once or twice, they'll be like, oh yeah, there's that blonde guy, that kung fu guy, and that kung fu girl.
Yeah, I don't. I guess maybe. I guess what I would like it to be is that Street Fighter is a game where each iteration kind of has its own set of fighters.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand why people want returning characters like Ryu, just from, like, more familiarity standpoint. And, like, yeah. But it's stuff like, I don't know, if a DLC comes out in Street Fighter, they're probably not going to be recognizable. Like, I guess it's more for recognition. Everyone knows who the hell Ryu is, really.
Guess what currency they're using?
I know the money you buy is Zenny.
Yeah, it's the same as Mega Man. It literally it's supposed to mean like money.
Yep.
I like it.
Alright. But yeah, that's all I can say about Street Fighter. I can't really review the game because I'm not like a competitive Street Fighter guy, so.
I play it, but I'm not competitive.
Yeah, so I can't tell you much. That's all I gotta say. We're moving on. We're gonna move on to the next one.
It used to be super slow, but now it's super fast, and I like it, and I can't wait to play it.
Yeah. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is Devil's Third U.S. release quarter. So, I don't know if people know about this game. Do you know about this game?
I've never played it.
Okay, but you know about it?
No, not one.
Okay, so this goes all the way back to the days when THQ still existed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so they had this franchise called they had the Devil's franchise, basically, right?
Yeah.
And when they went bankrupt, you know how like they auctioned off all their like licenses and games, right? This is one of the
Yeah.
games that was bought specifically for a Wii U exclusive.
Yeah.
So it's Devil's Third. Apparently the other games didn't do so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game is coming out. Apparently there are people who are hyped about it. I don't know. It looks like a
Apparently there's a free-to-play PC version too.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but like apparently there's gonna be a free-to-play PC version, and how it's gonna work is you can only get the story in single player in the actual console version of the Wii U, which you actually have to buy.
Okay.
But you can get a free-to-play edition to play multiplayer on the PC.
Oh, that's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? This is the first time that this has ever really happened.
Yeah, like if I don't know, I thought the free-to-play version was just gonna be like, create your own character, fight against hundreds of other people.
But like, okay, I must say this.
Yeah.
I think this could work.
Mm-hmm.
This could possibly work, right? Because I can imagine people on the PC playing it because it's free. Everyone can play it, right? Like playing it, and they're like, "Wow, I'm really having fun." With like maybe they can be like, "You know what? I kind of want to know more about these characters and like the story and the setting and everything, right?" And then you can play the console version for the story, and I guess the big thing is you have to buy a full-priced game, right?
Yeah.
When you can already play the multiplayer, so I mean,
I don't think it's gonna work out. Like, if anything, they could just search up their stories because internet and people are...
Okay, like, for example, if they sell this game for half price, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to pay a full-fledged game because you're already giving out basically half... I can't believe I'm saying that. You're giving multiplayer, which is half the game.
If anything, they should do this. Say you have, like, this is probably not good, but still, it's, like, the first thing that came to my head. It's, like, you have a multiplayer account that's, like, signed up with whatever company that made the game it's working on. Like, who made the game? Like, who's making it?
The guys who made Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, okay, so Valhalla.
Yeah.
So, say Valhalla makes, like, their own account system, and you have a Valhalla account. Maybe when you go buy the Wii U version, like, digital or whatever, like, off, like, if you buy online through the Wii U store or whatever it has, that you get, if you log in, if they say, oh, you have a Valhalla account, log in with it, and we'll give you, like, a discount, then something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if that's, like, good, but, like, it's something they can do.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess they must really think this... They must either want to go the free-to-play route, but they didn't really want to commit.
Yeah.
Or they just really think the single player is just that worth it.
Yeah, like, the multiplayer must be also equally as good for them to go, I really want to play story, so this better be worth my $40 to $60.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? If the multiplayer is not good, it's shit, it's just going to go bad for the game.
Yeah, nobody's going to buy Wii U version.
If it's a really good multiplayer, they're just going to play that.
Yeah.
It's not really a win-win scenario here.
Unless they have, like, microtransactions on free-to-play, which they probably will.
Yeah, I mean, that would be their source of income, which I can only imagine they would do because it's a free-to-play edition, right?
Yeah, like, and there's not going to be that much of an income unless people are really dedicating to buying the stuff.
Yeah, but then also, if you really think about it, how about you're that guy who actually bought the game on the Wii U, right?
Yeah.
And now you want to play multiplayer, but now there's there's microtransactions like up the ass everywhere.
Oh God.
Yeah,
imagine it gets to the route where, like, in the middle of your fight, you just get, like, an ad. It's like, to remove ads, pay us $15.
Yeah, but like that. I mean, that's the only thing I can really. These are the only situations I can really imagine because I don't understand why it would be a smart move to do. Like, if this works, right? If this works, then fuck it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just whatever. I guess it works. It's okay.
It wasn't anymore.
But I'm pretty sure this is not going to be beneficial in any way.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a wise business choice.
Yeah.
Like, the business guy, whoever he might be, or she might be, maybe they have, like, a a card under their sleeve that's like, here's my trump card, and like, you just activated my trap card, Yugi, and then like just toss it down. It's like, oh, might as well go buy the stuff now. But like right now, it's just like, this is far off from being profitable.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I think is gonna happen. Right, they're gonna release the game. They're gonna release the free-to-play version. No one's gonna buy the Wii U version. Right.
And that's it.
No one's gonna buy the Wii U version. Free-to-play game is still up there, and I'm gonna say that it's a decent free-to-play game, right? Problem is, there's too many decent free-to-play games right now.
Yeah, and then there's like gets buried under there.
Yeah, it gets buried. And then it tries to be like free-to-play only. Doesn't work. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Anyways, Devil's Third. God bless you. Hope you turn out well.
Yeah, good luck to the guys who's deciding this. Let's hope you make some profit.
But as we're talking about Wii U exclusives, we're gonna talk about games that don't have that just lost an port, which is Project Cars.
This one I actually read about, and I was super sad because I thought it was actually gonna do pretty good on the Wii U.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's just the Wii U can't handle it.
Seriously, but Wii U is like, what's that game that the Wii U is the only one that can actually run at 60 FPS, 1080, while the PS4 and Xbox One can't even touch.
Oh,
what is that?
I forgot.
It was like, the minute I read that article, I was like, what? I thought the Wii U was going to be like 720 or like a little bit, maybe 1080, but like 30 FPS, but the PS4 and the Xbox One couldn't handle it. That was quite surprising for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I guess you have to look at it like this, right? Even if the Wii U runs smoothly, you have to look. It's just its hardware cannot. If it can't run the graphics, it can't run the graphics.
That's true.
Right?
And it is a really graphic-intense game.
What probably happened was maybe. Shit, I should really look up this game, but maybe the frame rate wasn't that great.
Maybe like.
I mean.
Oh, okay. I'm just looking through the article right now. Again, it says that they're Slightly Mad is hoping to ship the game, or perhaps a newly announced sequel, to those next console, the NX, which I've heard that AMD might be developing, working with them. So, if anything, it might be able to come back, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
yeah.
Just, you can take this for what you will. Some people say that it's the saving grace or it's the doom of the next console, but Shigeru Miyamoto has nothing to do with the hardware this time.
Yeah.
He has like no part in it. Last game he did, and that was more for Pikmin 3.
Yeah.
He's and you might be wondering, wow, that seems like a stupid thing just to develop hardware for a specific game. That's what Nintendo does every single time.
Yeah.
Like first, if you want to go back, Ocarina of Time, N64 was specifically made for Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And people still love that. People still love that controller. I think the GameCube one was made specifically for what is it? I think it was F-Zero.
Yeah, it was F-Zero because the SNES couldn't really handle it, and yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was originally for that SNES because it did pretty good, apparently. Yeah. Another update, I'm just reading this right now, that it apparently did not meet our high standards, says Slightly Mad.
So that's what I'm saying, okay, so I'm assuming Slightly Mad Studios was, running the game on the Wii U and found it to be an inferior version.
Yeah.
It's not gonna run as well.
It is a pretty hardcore graphics game, I have it, it's really hardcore. I could barely run it on 2 FPS on this laptop that I run most games on 60. It's crazy, and it's absolutely beautiful.
My throat's getting dry. Whatever. Moving on. I don't really have much of an opinion on Project Cars because, I don't know, the racing games don't really appeal to me that much besides ones that are really arcadey, like Mario Kart and stuff like that.
If you want to go buy a game and take a ton of screenshots, this is the game for you because that's what I use it for.
Okay, well,
On PC, Xbox One, PS4 today in your local retail shop. Only
yeah,
$59.99.
yeah. There's been a lot of racing games coming out recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one I liked so far was Project Cars, honestly.
Okay, next one. So Square Enix during E3 said they have a new studio specifically to make RPGs, JRPGs.
Radical.
It's called JRPG Factory, I believe, or something like that.
That is very generic.
Yes.
I was
So
hoping it was cool.
yeah. So yeah. New. I think this is. I think this is the studio, but yeah. Tokyo. No, it's called Tokyo RPG Factory.
Oh, okay.
They have a game right now. Project Sensuna.
Yeah, art looks pretty nice.
Yeah, and apparently it's a new console role-playing game, and it is themed around sadness.
Oh, I already played one too many sad games recently.
Which, what the hell does that mean?
I'll, after in the end, like when you do your whatever, it's like, what did you guys do at the end of the week or whatever you do at the end of your podcast? I'll say the sad game I played.
All right. Yeah. I guess it's important to create new IPs. I guess I didn't. Uh, you know what?
I hope it's feel good. I hope it's like a feel good sad where you're like, oh, I'm sad, but then I also feel kind of happy.
Yeah. I don't. This looks.
Oh wait,
Actually, there's literally nothing. So.
I know, but I just read this one line. Project Setsuna comes from the Japanese word setsu, not whatever, which can mean sadness or sorrow.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be those feel good ones where you're like, I'm sad, but then I'm also happy. Like for what's it called? What's that game we have? Shadow of the Colossus. It's
just
like, oh,
it opens up with your main character. He's just sitting on a chair, and his mother is just like holding like puppies in her hands. You know what? If I made this game, I would just do just out of nowhere, just dark humor for the sad setting. Just like she holds puppies, right? And
yeah.
and then she's like ready for breakfast, and she snaps one of the puppies' heads.
Oh god, there's like that one comic where it shows like these three little animals walking through the grass, like walking through like a little path, and it's like they meet up with the fox, and the fox like, hey kids, you want to see a dead animal? And the other two animals are like, oh my god, really? And then this rabbit, I think it was a rabbit or like a chipmunk's like, yeah, and then it snaps the neck of the rabbit or chipmunk that says yeah, and it's like, and then that's it.
You know, okay.
There's
a scene from South Park, right? This is one of my favorite jokes from South Park. I imagine this in the game, right? Your main character has to like take care of this like 4-year-old kid, right?
Yeah.
The 4-year-old kid suddenly gets cancer.
Oh god.
Suddenly gets either, and then the next scene is just they're in the hospital bed. He's like right next to it, and then the kid is like, "Big brother, why did I have to get cancer?" Ooh, Jimmy. That's a hard question. Why did God want me to die? Jimmy, these questions, they're killing me. Well, yeah, Project Setsuna, I don't know, I guess there's probably people who are just thinking about Square Enix and JRPGs and just probably jerking off right now.
Right here.
Right here, right now. I'm doing it right now, in fact. You want to join me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a bonding experience. Oh, you call that jerking off? You're not sad yet? Just in celebration of the game, we should be jerking off and then like crying at the same time. Just to
jerk off to the artwork and then cry because of the story.
All right.
Watch it gets to a scene, like watch someone actually does that and it gets to a scene where there's like a dead body and then he can't decide whether he should cry or jerk off because the art's beautiful. Or if he has a necrophilia fetish, then
all right, no, we're getting too far into this.
It's getting too deep, too deep.
Alright, moving on. Fallout Anthology package, this series. Inside a mini nuke. So you can buy this mini nuke, which contains all the Fallout games right now, currently. Not Fallout 4, by the way. So
With
Fallout...
this mini nuke, it's actually fully functional as a real mini nuke.
No, it's like, it would be like a mini nuke, sort of like a statue kind of thing, a sculpture. You can open it up and it'll hold all the games in like this cool packaging, basically showing every single main character from the games.
Okay, so it has like Fallout 1, 2,
so Fallout Tactics, Fallout 3, Game of the Year Edition, and Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition.
Oh, radical.
Have you played the Fallout games, Omar?
I have Fallout 1, 2, Tactics, 3, and I'm going to buy New Vegas when I have the money.
Did you finish 3?
Yes, I finished 3, I finished 2, Tactics, and 1.
Don't you find that game so stupid?
3?
Yeah.
The ending was dumb.
No, this is just the whole plot about Project Purity.
Okay, yeah, that part was really dumb.
Okay,
I didn't really get it.
Like, okay. Listen here, folks, right? This is spoiler territory, so shh. Okay, just...
This was not really spoiler territory if this game's been out for a few years now.
Whatever, okay, it doesn't matter. If you don't want to hear spoilers, don't listen, okay. So, your dad decides to make this, your dad and your mom wants to make the machine to purify all the water in the wasteland.
Water is radiated.
It's called Project Purity. Now, in order to fix that machine, you need a water chip. You just need a water chip, right? Simple as that. Where you decide to get a water chip? From a fucking Gek. Why would you introduce a Gek? And for that matter, why would you take only a part of the Gek in order to fix Project Purity? Why not just use the Gek?
Because reasons.
It's not only does the Gek purify water, but it makes land fertile. You can grow... See, there's so much stuff you can do with a Gek.
Yeah, apparently, what was it? The Gek was supposed to be used to recreate society in case of Fallout, where like you emerge and everything.
It's just the writing style of Fallout. Okay, in Fallout 1, 2, they specifically state that the Gek can be dismantled, and then society uses it to slowly terraform the Earth and then rebuild. So it has like packages for seeds, it has codes so you can put in machines to make clothing, all of these other stuff, and whatever. And like a reactor to like filter radiation, blah blah blah. Fallout 3, they make it into this miracle machine where through a press of a button you just terraform the Earth. Like,
that's it.
Yeah.
You just press and like you press it, a little piece of confetti flies down. It's like congratulations, Earth's been terraformed, and then like in a snap.
Yeah, see,
it's like done.
But it makes no sense, right? And then I know like there's people who argue that like, well, maybe the Gek was unstable because when you activate it, you die in like the shelter. One, you could get the full Gek. You can pick up the whole suitcase and move it anywhere you want, right? And then you can just give it to the Brotherhood of Steel, who's willing to fix a fucking Gek. You know why? Because their goal is to help the Earth. So why would they not fix the fucking Gek? Hell, you can give it to the Enclave, and they'll fix the fucking Gek.
But Woozle, it's just a video game.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's a lot of people. There's people I know out there who are like who agree with me that Fallout 3 was not really written that well.
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas was okay.
Yeah, I just didn't like once you finish Fallout New Vegas, you're done. Like, Fallout 3, you have that choice in the ending where, like, if you survive, you can continue playing. But with New Vegas, once you finish it, you go back to a save file right before the final mission.
You know what's funny?
What?
In Fallout 3, the original game, did you have Fox, by the way?
I don't think so. I just stuck with Dogmeat all the way.
Like the super mutant.
Oh yeah, I met him. I just didn't take him with me.
Okay. You could take him with you, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of Fallout 3, you know where you have to press that button with the radiation, full radiation?
Yeah, and or you repair it if you have high enough like repair.
Like no, I mean like in the end you have to like activate Project Purity, but it's in a room full of radiation,
Oh, yeah.
so like you die. You basically
Yeah.
sacrifice yourself, right? And you're rich. So I had Fox in my companion, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, Fox can just survive radiation. I'll just send him to push the button.
Yeah.
Send him in to push the button. But apparently, in the original game, before the DLCs came out, you
Yeah.
just couldn't send Fox in.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he'll literally just say, I can't do this for you. It's your destiny.
Oh my god.
Just imagine that. Just imagine playing that and be like, Fox,
I want to do that, but like,
Fox, I'm gonna die.
So I have all the.
Well, I just find that really funny how.
No, like anytime this is gonna happen in like a video game, if one of us ever does, which I doubt, instead of like making someone who could clearly go through a certain area, they're just gonna have to say no, it's your destiny. It'll be like filled with like I don't know, spikes or something. It'll be a character that just like easily maneuver. And they're like, nah, it's your destiny.
Anyways, I really love the Fallout series. Like, despite my writing like peeves of Fallout 3, I really do love the Fallout series. And apparently, if you buy the mini nuke,
It's only $50.
it's only $50, and you can. There's also enough room to fit in your Fallout 4 copy if you buy a physical copy.
Radical.
So there you go. Moving on next. The guess who came into town and thought it would be popular again?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
4.
Ah, yeah.
So apparently this is the last one. Do you believe them?
Nope. Absolutely not. I'm gonna make a bunch more.
I'm so sad that they made this, because
it was cool. Like, I liked Five Nights at Freddy 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1, okay. I was okay with 1 because it felt like this like cool like indie game that had like this cool setting and premise. Like, yeah, that sounds cool, right? And then they made Five Nights at Freddy's 2 like really quickly, like in the same year. I'm like,
yeah,
wow, that was
like the minute I saw that Five Nights at Freddy 2 came out, I'm like, did they have this on like backlog or something?
And yeah, and it's like cheaper.
Yeah.
And
it felt like a fun to play, but like I felt like it was like I think they had this game already like preset. They were just finishing up bugs.
No, it's look. Here's the thing. Five Nights at Freddy's the game. It's easy to make.
Yeah.
They got the engine ready. They got 3D models. They just gotta update a little bit. It's basically the same game except they just add more stuff. But I don't know. I don't imagine
like, that. Stuff like how in the first one you're in a single room, but in this one you're in like a big room.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I mean, I'll digress with the amount of, like, I really wish they sparse these sequels out so it doesn't feel like they're just mass-producing these. But, Final Fantasy 4, I've looked at some of the gameplay, right? And
yeah,
as much as it's different, I guess as much as it's different from The Office, I've only seen, like, the first night, so, like...
Oh, it's like, I'm looking at some screenshots right now. It's like in a house and you're like babysitting someone?
No, you're like a kid, right?
Oh, you're a kid, okay.
You're a kid, and what's attacking you is...
You're a kid, you're a squid.
Apparently, the kid has the actual Five Nights at Freddy's, like, suits in his house.
Why?
We actually have no idea. And then he has Five Nights at... Like, this... Apparently, this kid really likes it's not really Five Nights at Freddy's. What's it called? Chuck's Pizza. Freddy Fast Burgers. Yeah, Freddy's Fast Burgers. Like, he's fairly a fan. There's a lot of these, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, like, dolls and stuff everywhere. So it's you're as a kid, and you have to, you're more running to a play. Apparently, a lot of the focus now is you have to really listen, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's not really the lighting system. You have to really listen for stuff that's coming behind you, stuff that's going to come to the door. You don't have a camera system. You don't have a camera system anymore. It's all about you listening for footsteps and breathing.
Kind of like in like how CS:GO, you have to listen for players if you're like super good.
Yeah, I guess. I guess you could say that, but yeah.
But like not like in depth or whatever, but like still somewhat similar.
Yeah. I guess one thing I found that was a little cool was after a night you can play this little mini game.
Yeah.
Where if you successfully beat it, the next night, you just
Yeah.
skip to 2 a.m.
Oh, that's nice.
So you skip essentially 2 hours into the night, and then
Wait.
yeah. But if
Uh,
let's say you do that and then you die and you restart that night, you don't get to redo the mini game, and so you don't get to 2 a.m. Yeah.
Um, will the minigames get like harder as you progress through the game, or are they gonna be like
Yes.
same difficulty? Harder?
Yeah, harder.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
it's gonna get harder because again, it's the flashlight lets you see things, but you don't necessarily want to see everything. You just want to make
Yeah.
sure you can hear everything, and then just like close the door, right? I think
Yeah.
the flashlight use has been used on like I think for example like behind you, if you shine your flashlight on the bed, the Freddy bears will like get off of it.
Oh, okay.
And stop creeping behind you or something like that. I don't know. I haven't played much of the game. I'm not planning to play much of the game.
I don't know.
Apparently it's getting free content this Halloween, so
Whatever.
check it out. Probably not. Don't do it. You're gonna feed to him. You know, the guy's gonna make this is gonna be like, yo, I can make a Freddy 5 and 6, 7. Make a Final Fantasy kind of thing.
Oh god.
Five Nights at Freddy's 10 2.
Five Nights at Freddy Core.
Five Nights at Freddy's Tactics.
Five Nights at Freddy's Lightning Returns.
Yeah, okay.
With special guest starring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Okay.
And guest starring Suckles the Hedgehog.
Suckles. Alright. We're gonna go on to the next one. Man, we've been talking for an hour now, and we got like 3 more topics to go through.
Alright. Keep on getting track.
Nintendo TV shutting down. It is a...
Never used it.
Yes. No one does. Because, you know why? Because they don't advertise this thing.
I saw it. I just never used it.
Yeah, it's a streaming service, but apparently from reviews, it's very slow.
How slow?
Very slow.
Like, what can you watch on it? That's the main question.
Okay, you get Hulu, basically all the streaming stuff, right?
Oh, okay, so it's just like like how the PlayStation and Xbox have like Netflix and Hulu, where you just download and run straight off the bat.
Yeah, but it's more of like you're doing a streaming service, so like think of like Rogers sort of streaming service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
connect it to your TV. It just apparently it's just really really slow, and the point of the service was it's supposed to be convenient to use, but there's no convenience because it's loading like all the time.
Wait, did you have to pay for this app, or did you?
You have to pay for it. Yes, it's a streaming service.
Oh, so it's like monthly payments?
Yes, it's a streaming service.
Oh no, okay, because like you know those illegal streaming services.
You know,
where you,
cable.
Like, I don't use cable anymore.
Yes,
I cut my cable.
not a lot of people do. But for TV, they decide to buy a streaming service.
Whatever, man.
So they can go through a Netflix and blah 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 blah.
Whatever, just download that.
It's better just to get Netflix on your Wii U, anyways.
Yeah, or just be cheap and watch part by part of a video in 360 on YouTube.
Sure. And that's TV. I'm not sure if many people are gonna miss it. Probably not. But yeah.
Yeah.
China console ban is now over. People of China, rejoice! You can finally get a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Wii U legally.
Without having that bootleg PlayStation that was made by Panasonic.
Yeah. So.
You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you don't know, China has this weird thing where they like to ban things from other countries, and they're really, and in terms of like media and entertainment, they have a tight grip on it. Recently, they've been being a little lax on like their grip on it now, and we're seeing it now. They finally all over China. So everywhere in China, you can get a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Wii U in your stores. Again, this was just announced, so you probably can't find it in your store right now. So wait till it gets shipped over. But Now you can get a console. You can finally have,
Yeah.
you can you can finally know what it's like to have a home console. And I'm sorry, but this is
Yeah.
probably the
Wait.
worst generation.
Wait, you know how like the Olympics have their like own like the Olympic people have like their own like little place where they could live and like relax and whatever.
Yeah.
And most of the places apparently have like their own little video game section where you can just go play video games. Does that
Yeah,
mean
but
when they were in China they were playing bootleg consoles?
probably not.
Like,
Probably not, but
'cause
they're like, if it's China, they're probably like, "Oh, why are you playing video games? You should go back to training." Like, I'm not saying that because I'm being racist or anything. I honestly think that's what probably is going to happen because
yeah,
it's like people from China being paid to be there by the Chinese government. Like, of course, there's going to be
yeah.
somebody supervising them and telling them what to do. So,
Now all they need to do is get rid of censorship from China because
yeah,
apparently they have a big censorship thing.
yeah, they have a big censorship. So you don't have all the games, and you probably have the worst console of the generation. Really.
Oh wait, if anything, they're gonna have to wait a long time because they're gonna have to like translate all that to like Cantonese and all that.
No, there's games that are already in Chinese.
Oh seriously?
Yeah, there's.
I've never
I
really
mean,
noticed.
it's like okay, some of the country is in capitalism, well, some of the country is not. The government is weird like that.
Oh,
So not
so
all of
smart.
not all of China was having a huge ban on video games, just a lot
Oh,
of it.
okay, that was like a whole thing all over China.
No, there are some cities in China that were like, you know what, I don't believe in capitalism, so they basically refuted the government and allowed video games.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say like maybe Beijing's a part of that, but then
No,
Beijing's a pretty big thing.
no, major cities in China are like, no. Okay,
All right.
so, so yeah, congratulations, China. Hopefully, we'll see you in the gaming market now.
Yeah, I
That
expect big things from you Chinese developers.
expect big things. Now there's gonna be Chinese Pro League teams, probably. Okay, and now
Chinese
this
games are killing it.
Pixels, the movie.
I just didn't bother. I saw it and I was like, hey, they got that guy who made Pac-Man, I forget his name.
Yeah.
And then I was like, great. And then I just didn't bother to look at the movie after that.
Yeah, the trailer was okay, but apparently this really sucks. Apparently it just really sucks, the movie.
But it has Adam Sandler in it. He's like
But,
the funniest guy in comedy.
But like, it's sort of like, it's an Adam Sandler comedy movie, so it's already not funny.
But it's Adam Sandler.
And while the video game sections are cool, people's this is just reviews I've been listening. So like, don't. I'm not saying this is my opinion. I'm saying this is the stuff I've been reading.
Yeah.
But apparently what people are saying is like the video game sections are cool, but the biggest thing is it's only the video game sections. Everything else is either poorly written, not funny, or even just not that good. Right? Like it's cool to have it's cool when they had like Pac-Man apparently and Donkey Kong and like Space Invaders, but everything else in terms of the writing, the characters are just kind of bad.
Oh god. 19% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it did really bad because yeah. I'm just glad I watched Ant-Man yesterday.
I have yet to watch it.
Yeah. So I guess that finishes up our gaming news so we can go into our lives. So Omar, why don't you share your life?
I did nothing but play Catalyst Shoujo.
Yeah.
And I only played I only finished 2 storylines though, because it was like an on and off thing. I finished Emmy's, which is apparently like the easiest thing to get into, and then Hanako's, which is Best Girl.
Who's Emmy again?
Emmy's the one who doesn't have legs.
Ah,
Hanako-
yeah.
Hanako is the one that's all like burnt up.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing Lily's right now, and that Lily's the blind girl.
Oh,
who's
you're
all, like,
doing
prim and
Lily right
proper.
now. Anyway, yeah, you get to do all the girls eventually.
Yeah, it's like a short little picture that you see, and that's about it.
Fun fact.
It's not like
Girl.
It's not like Nico Para or like that one with like the Fox girls. But yeah, I also played.
Yeah.
I watched Kung Fury, which was awesome.
Mhm. Oh,
So I watched it for a
Kung
second
Fury?
time, and then no, I watched it for like a second time.
Uh-huh.
I I'm playing Papers, Please, and I played the Kung Fury video game, which is also kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's a simple beat 'em up. It's just pressing left and right.
Yeah.
You get 3 hearts, and then that's
Fun fact about Kado Sojo, you can only do anal with Amy. So.
yeah.
She's the only one who will allow it.
It's the very first thing like that she does. Like you meet up with her, and she's like, you're like, oh, the spoiler alert. You're like,
But the deaf chick,
yeah,
like you go to town on her.
yeah.
Like,
I was what was it? I was on the Kanawa Jojo forums, so I was trying to find out like
I feel like
I
I
want
feel
to
like
see
I
what the
sound
bad
like,
endings were.
I feel like it sounds for like perverted like sex offender when I talk like this, but it's like it's true. It's like literally you're at her parents' house and you just go upstairs and then you start doing it.
It is.
Yeah,
Like the most timid one so far, and I've only played 2, but I've not seen, but I've been told about it. Is that the most like tame one apparently is Hanako's.
Hanako? Who's Hanako again? Sorry, I need
The burnt up girl.
Burnt Up Girl. Everyone likes the Burnt Up Girl. I haven't played her yet. I've only really played one. I mean, not one. I lie. I played a couple, but my favorite one is the art chick.
Oh, Rin. I'm gonna do hers last.
The one
Apparently
without-
hers.
The one without no arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun game made by 4chan, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they could get together and do something like that, like make an entire game. Like, good on them.
Yo, one time in that game, this is a secret, all right. One time in that game,
Yeah.
well, I was playing the one with the death chick, right? Her storyline, and there's a point where she has this friend, right, who's a lesbian. But because you're dating the girl that she likes,
Yeah.
she goes like she gets really depressed, right? And then she has this one moment of like weakness. She's like, "Can you just stay here and comfort me?" Because she seemed really sad, right? I interpret that just from my mind. I just interpret that as like, oh, you mean like I should just stay here and like talk with you and like play games or something, right? Nope, it was just sex. It was just I was just shocked by that. Like, oh, I guess we're just doing this.
The pink-haired girl, right?
Yeah, pink-haired girl. You do her, and then at the end of it, she's like, "Oh, alright, that was straight sex."
Here's another cool tidbit. Apparently, in the original version, the pink-haired girl, Misha, that's the deaf girl's interpreter.
Yeah.
In the original version, she was going to kill herself if you got with the deaf girl.
Well, that would have been a great game. That would have made the game A+.
The good ending would have been that you get married with the deaf girl, and you name your child after her.
See, here's what I don't get, right? If you comfort Misha, right, like you do her, right? Apparently what happens is, okay, here's the options, right? You leave her, right? You just go to your room. Or you comfort Misha.
Yeah.
So you have sex with her, right? The thing is, your girlfriend has no idea what you did.
Yeah.
But it still results in a bad ending.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. Unless Misha told her, which I doubt.
She probably.
She wouldn't do that.
The bad ending for that possible one, where like they're first building it, where she killed herself. The bad ending is that she commits suicide, which happens either way in the good ending, and then you never get over it.
I don't want to get too much into Kado Shoujo. It's been a long time.
But yeah, I got sad when I played Hanako's ending. I got kind of sad when I saw Emi's ending. I got both good ending on my first try, which is awesome.
Anyways, did you do anything else this week?
I played Papers, Please. I saw
Kung Fury,
played that. What else did I do? I don't know. I fixed up my old computer and I played a bunch of video games and I went outside and played sports. Oh, and I'm replaying Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep both Final Mix and the regular one, on critical mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll talk about what I did.
Alrighty.
Alright, so first off, I finished Fallout 3. Like all the DLC and stuff. That was really fun. I did it mostly because of Fallout 4 coming out. But yeah.
That's me. I have the. It's like Game of the Year, so I have all DLCs included.
Let's see. I finished that out. I got Rocket League, which is a good game. I suggest people play it. It's a fun game.
Sorry, I didn't do that.
It's a fun Rocket League.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun game. I suggest people play it. I really like it. What else did I do? I've been streaming a lot recently.
Radical.
And putting it on YouTube. So I think 2 I've already put down was like a game, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Stardust Accelerator, which is I played it mostly for nostalgia reasons.
Is that the DS one?
Yeah, it's a DS one.
Okay.
And I also streamed WarioWare Touched on the DS.
Yeah.
That was a good game. I had fun with that. And I'm trying to... Did I play any... I don't think I played any other games. I think that's pretty much it in terms of gaming. Yeah. I don't know. I played CSGO, but everyone knows I play CSGO. But
I've been playing that non-stop recently.
CSGO?
Yeah,
Have you got ranked yet?
I have yet to. When I first got CSGO, I played 2 ranked games, and then I got kicked from both because one guy was yelling I was buying COD weapons, which I don't know how. Mm-hmm. And then the second one, I just got kicked because I was like bottom fragger. But now I'm doing pretty good, so I'm happy.
Yes. But yeah, in terms of stuff I've done in real life, what was it? Oh yeah, I watched Ant-Man. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Wait, I'm also watching a bunch of animes.
Yeah. Oh yes, you just reminded me. There are 2 animes I just kind of got into, and I finished. Did I finish an anime recently? I think I did. Can't remember. Son of a butt.
Let me see which anime I've watched.
Yeah, hold on. There was one called. Oh right. Okay, so I finished this anime called Hibaki Euphonium.
Yeah.
Which, beautiful. It's a beautiful anime. That anime is so awesome.
Yeah.
I don't. Here's the thing though. If you're not in band and if you don't know music, I don't know how well you can get into the thing because it's literally about a school band, right?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's about a school band. The main character is a girl who plays a euphonium, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I only got interested in watching it because I saw so many like GIFs on Tumblr suggesting that they were a lesbian couple.
Okay.
So I did, and then I was like, I watched it, and it's not a lesbian couple. They're actually really good friends. But damn, I actually really support that friendship. It's really good. It's a really good anime, guys. I suggest watching it. I had a great time. I hope they do a season 2. I hope they got.
Yeah. I finished watching JoJo. I'm starting again on Cowboy Bebop because I left that behind for a while. Finished Hajime no Ippo, both the Rising, the regular one, and then the second one. I don't remember the name.
Oh, so you see Ippo punch that guy?
Yeah, it was so cool. Did you ever hear those jet engines? It was like whoosh. I'm going to watch Kyokai no Kanata. What else? I need to watch Norin. I'm caught up with Ore Montagari. That's the one with the big guy and that small girl who fall in love with each other. Mm-hmm. I'm watching Ping Pong.
Oh, Ore Montagari. Oh, I read the manga and watch the anime. Love that.
I know, it's so good. I love the character.
I love it.
Who's your favorite character?
Who's my favorite?
Yeah.
So I kind of like his cool guy's best friend because he's so awesome. He's so likable.
He's a super good wingman too.
Yeah, he's such a good best friend, right?
My favorite character is his sister.
I don't like the sister.
I like this
I
character.
don't like this. I don't like the fact that she likes the boy.
I know, but she's like still pretty supportive about it.
I haven't watched anime recently. Have they introduced the other female?
Yeah, the sport girl. That's the newest episode. Well, the second last newest episode. That's the newest one yet.
Yeah, I don't know if she should be even in there. So, okay. If you read the manga, you would know that they do some events out of order, but they basically get everything together. And they also actually, if you watch the anime, they add extra scenes because the manga itself moves very quickly. They add like more jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's
I'll check out
so
the
good. Yeah, it's so good.
I'm watching Ping Pong, the animation. I really actually like it so far. I've only watched a few episodes and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm watching Punchline, which is, I don't know, man. It's just funny.
Yeah.
That's the one where that guy gets a nosebleed every time he sees panties and then the world explodes.
Okay, every anime, but go on.
Yeah. I'm watching, well, I haven't actually, the stuff I'm saying I'm watching, I haven't actually watched in a while. Ryuga Nana, it's the one with the ghost girl. Something like that.
Okay.
And then, Monster Musume.
Oh, okay. Legit.
I've read the manga. I'm all caught up with the manga. I'm watching the episodes, and I'm all caught up with the episodes. I love it so far.
Legit talk, right?
Yeah.
I am on Tumblr a lot. A lot of times on Tumblr, when there's a new episode of Monster Musume, I get all these gifs and posts of these monster girls, and I don't get it. There's a centaur, there's a snake girl. I don't get it. Right?
Lamia.
But that's not that's not my thing. See, I don't get it. But that's not my thing. But people.
Centaur, that's girl. Yo, bruh. Centaur, that's girl, no doubt.
Okay, so I didn't get it. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll watch the first episode. Watch the first episode. Yeah. Didn't get it. So I was like, all right, maybe it's the manga because people were hyped about the manga, so I'll read the manga. I read the manga. I read a lot of the manga because that's just how I do it. I just go through it like really, just because I can read it. I go through like a bunch of chapters. I got to the part where they introduced the slime girl.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's just, I just don't get it. I'm sure. I mean, I get maybe why it's popular. It's probably just a fetish for people, right?
Yeah. I like it. When I read it, because someone told me about it on Steam, they were like, "Yo, man, it was in like the middle of a CS:GO match. I don't know why we were talking about stuff like this, but we were just doing that." And then he was like, "Yo, man, check out this book. It's called Monster Musume." And I was like, "All right." And I read it, and I'm like, "This is funny. I like it." And I know that's why I like it.
I don't even think it's that funny. It just, haha, I'm naked. No, don't be naked. You're in public. Silly.
Exactly. It's funny.
What? I don't get the joke though. And then there's like this one scene where the centaur is riding down, right? And then he's grabbing onto her boobs, because I guess that's the thing to grab on a centaur.
There was one scene in that episode where it was like he found out that if you ride on them without their permission or anything, or like when you're not their master, it's like rape. And then he was freaking out. That part I found was super funny.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, sure, just add that in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one joke actually that kind of like struck with me was like they were like pestering him about what his like fetish is, and he responds with legs, and then like that like the Asian chick is like, "Ooh, that's me."
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like I can maybe get it if it was something like he has to raise these monster girls and then they actually develop a really good like bond together. But it's more like he raises these monster girls and then he's pressured into marrying one of these. And I'm like, why are you even adding this? Like,
to me, I feel like it's a little bit like that True Love Root thing where it's like borderline porn.
It is porn.
It's borderline.
No, it's straight up.
They haven't done it yet.
Yeah, what?
Until they do it, it's not porn yet.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Okay, sure.
I'm also
And Kiss
I'm
Like Sis is just softcore, right?
yeah, softcore. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also reading Vagabond, that cool samurai thing, and One Punch Man in Prison School.
Oh man, this gaming podcast turned right into like anime really quickly. I had to do an
You know what I
anime.
really hate?
What?
Uh, the Prison School anime adaptation they did. It's terrible.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna talk about
I
my things
hate it.
now. All right.
All right,
So
go.
I like recently I've just been watching.
Hey,
I just watched today actually Himito
Himata, what's
Yumari
that?
Himito Yumari-chan, where it's like the plot is this girl who's super popular, super perfect in almost every way, but
Yeah.
then when she comes home, she's like this lazy video game anime girl chick. It's
So
basically
like me, but a guy. But it's like me, but if she was
and
a guy.
then the brother like comes in and has to like put up with her crap and like clean for her and stuff because it's like it's like he has his own apartment but he has to let her sister move in order to go to school and he has to like take care
Uh,
of her sister and stuff. And like yeah, so far it's just been kind of funny. There's this one character who I don't know, I guess wants to get it on with her.
uh,
Kind of. I don't think that's what they're trying to go for. That's what they're portraying.
yeah.
And then the next one is it intrigued me a lot. It's called Gaiko Garashi.
Never heard of it.
The plot about this is it's a zombie apocalypse, right? Uh,
Okay. Sounds
okay.
like High School DxD.
It's like a zombie apocalypse, right? But and there's 4 high school girls and there is one and there's like this one adult who's like the teacher, right?
Yeah.
The plot is one of the girl has gone so insane she refuses to believe she's actually in a zombie apocalypse, right? So she
Yeah.
actually believes she's in a high school right now, attending clubs
Oh,
and making friends.
oh, I know what that is. My little brother told me about that.
Yeah, so then I watched the first episode
Yeah.
and like damn like if you wanted to talk about Madoka bringing like a dark twist, this one brought it home. This
That reminds me of one thing. I think it was an episode of Sunday Without God. I think that was it. It was some anime where they go into they go into this place where they're supposed to like find something, and they find out that this girl made a wish where like the same day would repeat every single time. And it got to the point where she went insane and started killing people. But then this day would repeat, and then they would be like as if nothing ever happened, and they have to kill her.
mhm.
It was something like that. It was
Yeah.
cooler if you watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that anime I only watched the first episode. It's really intriguing. I don't know where they're gonna go with this. To be okay, honestly, what I thought it would be from just like images I saw, I
Yeah?
thought it was more of like 4 high school girls and a teacher. They survived the zombie apocalypse, and they have a barricade station in high school, basically. Right?
Yeah.
I thought that was it. I thought that would be it, right?
And then that's just like survive.
Yeah, and then one of the girl has like this has this complex of like really liking school, still treating it, and she's like, so the way she keeps the part together is she still treats it like if they were in like an actual club and like the adult is their teacher or something like that. I thought that would be the twist, but no, it's just that she's crazy, and
Yeah.
that's yeah, and these 4 high school girls have to like take care of her. At least,
Alright.
actually, now that I think about it, do you know if all the girls know? They're. I think it's just that one girl, right?
I think it's just that one girl that knows.
I
Like,
know, like one of the other high school girls definitely knows that it's not what like she's talking about. It's definitely a zombie apocalypse.
yeah, I think like all the other girls know it's a zombie apocalypse, but then they play along with it. That like, oh yeah, this is just a club, and it's like a club where we pretend we're running away from zombies and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the club is called Survival Club. She literally lives at the school.
Oh, okay, then yeah, it's probably like everybody's just playing along.
Yeah, everyone is playing along. Like they're like, oh, this is just you live at the school now. Don't you love the school? Yeah, I love the school. Yeah, you'll have a fun time. It's great. Your parents allowed this. And they have breakfast, which I can't believe it. Actually, they have running power, gasoline. They have plenty of food. It seems like, and they're
That's weird.
yeah, and they have a pretty good barricade system. It doesn't look like zombies are actually getting in or they're having trouble with it. I mean, maybe I haven't seen the first episode, so maybe it's gonna go with stuff like, oh, we're running out of food supplies, or the zombies are gonna go in. But it's really
Oh
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
If
probably.
anything, I thought it was gonna be like the way you described it. I thought it was gonna be like that. What's that one with the high school kids where they're in the zombie apocalypse and everybody's like, all the girls are like, their boobs are busting out of their shirts and they're like,
High
oh
School
no.
XD?
Yeah, that. I thought it was gonna be something like that. Like you described it like this girl has gone crazy, and then I'm like, oh okay, it's just gonna be like High School DxD, but this time there's a crazy girl.
Nah, I think they first it's pretty much how Madoka did it. Like they played up like the moe kind of parts.
And then it goes like hardcore.
Yeah, and then it goes into like the twist, right? But it's a legitimately good twist. I guess except for you can argue Madoka, even though it plays up the moe, you can still feel like the atmosphere or something eerie is going on.
Yeah. Is it like the twist where that one you showed me that one day where it was over and we were watching that one anime where it was like lolly girls and then there was like a huge murder scene and
a little bit like that, but it's
is there Sanders,
yeah.
the KFC man? Is he also in this anime as well?
No.
Dang it, it's not as good then.
Yeah. They drops, but I guess it's clever how they do the twist because they do drop subtle hints throughout the whole episode, like why is she living at school? Why is the teachers taking care of them? Why is that chick always carrying a shovel around? Blah 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 blah.
Why is that girl carrying someone's head? Who knows? Maybe it's just a prop.
Yeah.
Nah. This went on pretty long.
Yeah, this did go on pretty long. Anyways, I guess that wraps up our podcast, I would say. Right,
Taking
Omar?
a turn towards anime, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for coming on the podcast, Omar.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a problem. Anyways, to wrap this up, I have a Twitter and a Twitch, and I do have a Facebook and Tumblr, but I don't really use that much. And I don't know, if you want more podcasts, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Yeah, I'll see you guys.
And if you hate it, hit that.
What?
If you hate it, hit dislike.
No, if you hate it, you press like twice. It cancels out the first like, so you make a statement.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Like you get that notification that Billy Joe Bob liked your video and then disliked it, and you're like, oh.
Well, yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the podcast. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.